Hi dear students, in the last class we had seen the reasons for Beni Pishi's silence. And village barber, he explained that it is because of the ghost on the neem tree Beni Pishi lost her voice. And in today's class we will see the remedy for it. So take page number 100. But then no one present there could breathe but another word that might explain that strange incident. So in the last class we had seen that many of the people there in the village, they did not trust the explanation given by the village barber about the silence of Beni Pishi, and he said that it is because of the ghost on the neem tree, and that explanation was not convincing for the many of the villagers, and even for the narrator it was not convincing. But then also no one was able to breathe but another word. No one was able to say any objection about that because no others could give a proper answer to the Beni Pishi's silence. So many people thought that it is because of the ghost Beni Pishi lost her voice. The reason is that no one was able to give any another reason for the silence of Beni Pishi. So they considered the words of village barber. And then, is there a remedy? We asked. Then the villagers, they asked that, is there any solution for this? Then village barber, Ramu, he was very happy because he understood that the villagers, they are listening to him. So he said, of course there is. Ramu, the wisdom personified, replied, send for someone who can drive away the ghost. The wisdom personified. The wisdom took human form. Now the people, they just looked towards village barber Ramu in order to get knowledge or information behind the silence about Beni Pishi. So that is the reason here it uses wisdom personified, the knowledge in the human form or the wisdom in the human form. So he says that there is a remedy for this. And what is the remedy? You have to send and you have to get a person who can send away the ghost or drive away the ghost. So there are some people, those who are doing witchcrafts or the people with the supernatural powers, and we believe that they can drive away or send away the ghost. So Ramu says that we have to call a person who can send away or drive away the ghost. So then what happened? So such a person was sent for. So they just invited such a kind of person who can do witchcraft and who has got the supernatural power to drive away or send away the evil spirit or the ghost. Arrangements for shooing of the ghost were made. Shooing off means sending away. So arrangements for sending away the ghost were made, and a big pyre was lit at the center of the courtyard. Pyre means it is a burning place or the yajna, for the place for conducting yajna. So here they invited a person who is having supernatural power and who is able to perform witchcraft, and then arrangements made for shooing or sending away the ghost, and one big pyre or the place for yajna was made. Then the man dressed in red and chanting strange words at his loudest began thrashing Beni Pishi with a broom. So the man came and he was dressed in red and he started to chant some prayers in strange words at his loudest. So in a loud voice he started to say some prayers. Then he started to thrash. Thrash means to beat Beni Pishi with a broom. So it may be a practice. There are many practices through which people send away or drive away the ghost. So here in the story we can find that thrashing a person with a broom, that indicates that we can send the ghost from that person. So in order to send the ghost from the person, thrash the person with the broom. That is the reason the person who came to drive away the ghost, he started to say some prayers in his loudest voice. Then he started to beat Beni Pishi with the broom. Then we could see that he was actually thrashing Beni Pishi and not the ghost with the broom, and making her sniff a sizzling bit of garlic. But it was not exactly the moment to make this observation. Then the villagers, they were watching what is going on there, and they noticed or they observed that the person who came to send away the ghost, he started to beat Beni Pishi with the broom in order to drive away the ghost. And people understood that actually he is not beating the ghost, but he is beating Beni Pishi. And what he did then, making her sniff a sizzling bit of garlic. By sizzling bit of garlic means fried garlic. With fried garlic, he was making Beni Pishi to sniff. And the same purpose, what is the purpose here? In order to drive away or send away the evil spirit. So two methods are there, or two practices are there. Beat the person with a broom and say the prayers. And the second one, it is that sniffing, making a person to sniff by using a fried garlic. And these two methods were done by the person who came to send away the ghost from Beni Pishi's body. And then it was not exactly the moment to make such a kind of observation. So the beating and the other practices were going on, and the narrator feels that it was not a proper time to make such a kind of observation. And the next paragraph, the man might have continued for some more time. Right at that moment, a most wonderful thing happened. Beni Pishi snatched away the broom from his hand and with it thrashed him to pieces. He left howling and leaping the way we had expected the ghost of the neem tree too. So the man was beating Beni Pishi, and then one wonderful incident happened. What happened? Beni Pishi snatched the broom from the person, or she took the broom from the person and she started to beat the person who came to drive away the evil spirit. So Beni Pishi, after suffering so much time, so the person was beating Beni Pishi like anything. Then what Beni Pishi did, she took the broom from the person and she started to beat that person. And then Beni Pishi snatched away the broom from his hand and with it thrashed him to pieces. She started to beat the person like anything. So the person who came to drive away the evil spirit, he went from the place. He left howling and leaping the way we had expected the ghost of the neem tree too. So the villagers expected that after doing such a kind of practices, the ghost or the evil spirit that will go away from Beni Pishi. And the same way, instead of the ghost or the evil spirit, the person who came to drive away or sent away the evil spirit went. So here we can understand that one person came in order to drive away the evil spirit from Beni Pishi's body. Then he started to beat Beni Pishi with the broom while chanting some prayers. Then he made Beni Pishi to sniff by using fried garlic. Then what happened? After suffering so much, then Beni Pishi snatched the broom from the person. Then she started to beat the person who came to drive away or sent away the evil spirit. And the person went away from the place through which the villagers expected that the ghost of the neem tree will go. So I hope that it is clear to you, and in the next class we will discuss the rest of the story.